started out as a simple exercise. A Mother Jones fact-checker is assigned to work on Kate Shepard's story on Climategate, the controversy that emerged after some 1,000 emails between climate scientists were hacked in November 2009. In the wake of Climategate, media and skeptics pounced on the idea that these emails proved climate change to be a hoax, and public confidence in the science of climate change declined precipitously. A year and a half later, we wanted to set the record straight. We thought it would be easy. Boy, were we wrong. The debate goes like this. To tell us what the Earth's climate was like before we started recording temperatures in the mid-1800s, scientists rely on clues like ice cores, corals, and tree rings. These clues tell us that the world started to heat up faster than ever beginning shortly after the Industrial Revolution, a good indicator that humans are causing climate change. But after Climategate, skeptics had an aha moment, pointing to an email from a scientist, a so-called trick to hide a, quote, decline in historical temperatures. They began arguing that these clues can't be trusted, or if they can, they show that the world is cooling, not warming, since the hidden decline shows a dip in the warming trend starting from about 1960. So we put on our magnifying glasses and set out in search for the data. We started out with a 2001 report by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the leading international authority on global warming, which declared that humans were having a discernible influence on global climate and had plenty of graphs to prove it. This graph in the report illustrated historical temperatures from a large collection of tree rings, ice cores, and coral data going back to the year 1000, along with more recent recorded temperatures. All of these lines told more or less the same story, that starting in the 20th century, the Earth started warming at unprecedented rates. But where was the so-called decline? We heard that the decline came from tree ring studies, so we focused our search on the tree ring data in the IPCC graph. But the more we dug for the answers, the more we grew confused. We contacted several scientists who sent us a collection of data sets. One started to show a decline, but the data ended in 1960. We emailed Michael Mann, the climate scientist known as the originator of the hockey stick graph. Mann said we were looking at the wrong tree ring data sets and pointed us to an article published in 2002 in the journal Science. When we plotted this data set, we saw a clear decline right around 1960, but we still had no idea as to what happened to world temperatures after 1960. Then, a miracle happened. We received a letter from the lead author of the tree ring studies in question, Keith Briffa. He explained, the particular sample of tree ring density measurements used to determine the world's temperatures did show a decline following 1960, possibly due to increased exposure to carbon dioxide. But that sample data was computed in a way that wasn't scientifically useful. Meaning, basically, that all the fuss over the decline came from one obscure data set showing tree ring densities in some high-latitude regions. When that data was computed in one specific way, that formula gave scientists the wrong idea about the Earth's climate over multiple centuries. And when they realized this, they stopped using that formula on tree ring data to look at temperatures after 1960 and relied more on things like, say, actual recorded temperatures. So really, the mystery of the decline was no mystery at all, just a messy debate resulting from poor communication and misinterpretation. Case closed.